All right, guys, I hope that you're behaving for your sub. No laughing. I really hope you are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do lesson 3.8 together. I'm going to go through some of the notes in this video, and the rest you guys are going to do on your own and check with the green pieces of paper that are taped up to the back of the room. All right, so this whole first page you guys are going to do on your own later. So I'm actually going to have you guys start on not page 25, but please start on page 26. And feel free to pause until everyone's at the right spot. All right, so how to find the constant proportionality from a graph. You pick a coordinate point, and to find the constant proportionality, we know that k is y divided by x. So what you guys are going to do is I'm going to give you guys graphs. Now, all of these graphs are proportional, and we know that because all of these graphs would form a straight line through the origin. You guys do not need to be doing this right now, but I just wanted to show you. All right, so how you find the unit rate is you pick a point, and you find the y. Now, the y is always on the y-axis, so here's my y. And then you find the x, which is on the x-axis. And I always circle the y to remind myself that's the one to put in the sky. So I'm going to do y divided by x, which is 4 divided by 2. And I get 2. Show this work. So the unit rate for this graph is 2, and my equation is y equals 2x. All right, let's do another one. You pick a point. It doesn't matter which point you pick, but I pick the lowest one because those are the smallest numbers. You go over to your y. I label it my y to remind myself that's the one that goes in the sky. You go down to your x. To find the unit rate, you do y divided by x. In this case, it's 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. Now, I could put this as 0.5, or I could just leave it as 1/2. So the unit rate's a half, and the equation is y equals 1/2 x. But you also could have said the unit rate is 0.5, and I would have accepted y equals 0.5x. All right, next one. I pick a point. I go over to my y. My y is 2. And I go down to my x. I'm going to use 3. So I have y divided by x, which is 2 divided by 3. Now, I could put this in my calculator and have it be 0.6 repeating, or I could just leave it as 2/3. So the unit rate is 2/3, and y equals 2/3 x. All right. Now, these last three you're going to try on your own after the video. But right now, I'd like you guys to flip to this page. I'm going to do this entire example with you. Feel free to pause the video until they're all on this page. All right. The graph below shows a relationship between the number of people in a group and the total cost of admission tickets for a circus. So here's the circus admission. These are the number of people going to the circus, and here's the total cost in dollars of how much the tickets cost for the people to go to the circus. Can you determine by looking at the graph whether or not the total cost of admission is proportional to the number of people going to the circus? Explain how you know. Is this graph proportional? Yes or no? Yes. Explain how I know. What two things about a graph need to be true in order for it to be proportional? The graph needs to be a straight line through the origin. So, how much would it cost for 3 people to attend the circus? Let's find number of people. 3. 3 people to attend the circus. So you go up to the graph and you go over to the cost and you find out that for 3 people to attend the circus, it is $45. How much for 8 people to attend? Number of people, 8. Go up to the graph. Go over to the cost. So if it's 8 people, it is $120. All right, what are the coordinates of point A? Describe point A in the context of the problem. Okay, point A. So let's find point A. Remember, when you list coordinates, you list x, then y, because the last 3 letters of the alphabet are X, Y, Z. So you want to list them in X, then you want to list Y. So here's my X. My X is 6, and my Y is 90. So my coordinates of point A are 6, 90. And then what does this mean in the context of this problem? Well, let's see. For 6 people, it cost $90 to go to the circus. All right, so I'm going to say it costs $90 for 6 people to go to the circus. Okay, identify the unit rate. Now, to identify the unit rate, we're going to do what we just did on that other page. I'm going to pick a point. Any point is fine because this is a proportional relationship. I'm going to pick my Y. Like, let's say I pick this point. I'm going to pick my Y. So if my Y is 45, my X is 3. So to find the unit rate, I'm going to do Y in the sky, 45 divided by 3, and the unit rate is 15. Write the unit rate as an ordered pair. Now what that means is you have to write the unit rate as what ordered pair it shows up as. And the unit rate is always going to be when X is 1, because whenever X is 1, Y is the unit rate. So this is the unit rate, 115. And what it means is for one ticket, the cost is $15. Write an equation to represent the relationship between the number of people going to the circus and the total cost of admission. Well, if the unit rate is 15, we're going to write Y equals 15X. All right. The next page you're going to do on your own. So this is the end of the video. You're going to do this page on your own. You're going to finish this page. You're going to do the first page on your own. And you're going to check your answers in the back wall on the green pieces of paper. Please behave. Don't get out of you can't get out of your assigned seats except to check the green pieces of paper. Don't get too loud. Work quietly. And once you're done, show your packet to the substitute teacher to get your homework. Thank you.